So I'm really curious how people who still support the CPC are going to spin this event that happened to David Menzies from the Rebel Report or Rebel Media. He got kicked out of one of Andrew Scheer's events. They asked him to leave. He left anyways, and he was on a sidewalk, and then they proceeded to arrest him anyways. Now, is Andrew Scheer going to come out and condemn this action that has happened on David Menzies? Probably not. Even Trudeau came out and condemned what happened to Andrew Lawton from True North Media a week or so ago when they didn't allow him to, go on the Liberal bus, etc., and call the cops on him and whatnot. So even Trudeau was able to see that that was wrong. And a couple days after that, Andrew Scheer came out, made an announcement saying that, he's going to respect press freedom and the press at all times, except when it comes to the Rebel media. He's already cucked from the Rebel like more than a year or two ago, where he said he's no longer going to be going on the show to do interviews. So that should be a sign for most conservatives that this guy does not have your back. He's consistently, lining up with the left over and over again. He's not willing to speak on issues like abortion. He's not willing to speak about immigration whatsoever because he thinks that's going to be a losing issue for him. It's just going to be about the economy, which, yes, is good. We should, fix the economy for what Trudeau is doing to it. But Canadians care about immigration, and it's not being addressed. There was a poll the other day about climate change saying that 70% of Canadians think it's an issue, but then they did another poll and like 70 to 80% of people said they don't want to spend any more money on it. So under Scheer's plan, he's trying to make it so he's going to be doing something about the environment, but at the same time not increasing the prices on consumers, which maybe that is true. Maybe he will have a better plan than Trudeau, and it's going to be less costly and less strenuous on your pocketbooks. But at the end of the day, it was the Harper government that agreed to the Paris Climate Agreement. It was the Conservatives that set these goals for CO2 emissions. And you look at their Twitter, that their sites, and they say, we're the ones who came up with the climate plan, and we're the one that signed on to the Paris Climate Agreement, and we're the ones that are going to reduce emissions, instead of pushing back against the climate narrative like Maxime Bernier is consistently doing. But, he's going to split the vote. He's working for Trudeau. I see Manny Ottawa consistently saying that each and every day on Twitter. And I'm really curious, is he going to say anything about David Menzies being kicked out of the Conservative event? Is he going to say that this is an attack on freedom of speech or anything like that? No, probably not, because this guy's a shill. He doesn't have any morals or principles, because if he did, he would be calling out the Conservatives for this. And, the only proof I really need to know that the Conservatives are going further left is obviously their policies, but you just listen to what a lot of them say. Listen to what Manny Ottawa says or the other people in their party. I seen this one guy comment underneath Manny's comment about Maxime Bernier or something, and the guy's name was, what is it? Centrist Thoughts. So, you got people like Centrist Thoughts giving you a pat on the back saying, Feisty, thank you for being another great watchdog for our democracy. I don't know where we'd be without warriors like you. So Centrist Thoughts thinks this about him. Then there was another commenter below this that said, what did this guy say here? Let me find it. He said, one of them said, I was thinking about this. Bernier Max, in fact, helped Scheer during the debates. He's saying Bernier Max, in fact, will help Scheer during the debates. Scheer can push back against Max with more progressive solutions than Max is. And this is a conservative speaking. If he toes the line and does it just right, he may be able to grab centrist voters that usually vote Liberal or NDP. I love this. They're always talking about, Maxim and the PPC, they're full of liberals and all these NDPers and Greens and all this. But at the same time, they're splitting the vote and stealing conservative votes. But these people are they want the conservatives to appeal to the centrists, to appeal to the leftists to get their fucking vote. And how the fuck do you think they're going to do that? They're going to agree with all the climate shit that's going on, and they're going to give tons of money away to this organization or this organization for some stupid fucking cause that liberals or centrists will actually like. And then one guy responded to him, great in theory, but this may only solidify the fact that many believe the conservatives have slipped left. And then, which he's completely right. It's not a belief, it's a fact. And then the Robert guy responded, so has Canada, sadly. Big bad alt-right Scheer needs to come off more left to be attractive to central voters. I don't think PCs will run in PPC in droves, or, this guy's terrible spelling. I'll link it later. But you see, they've given up on conservatism. They've given up on these ideas. Now they just want to win. They just want to win the election, regardless of whether they're selling out or not. So is this a party you really want to vote for? Do you think that you're going to change it from the inside once he gets elected? Good fucking luck. You just rewarded them by electing them into power, and you think they're going to change? You got to be really fucking stupid in order to believe that shit. But I'm going to wait to hear Andrew Scheer come out and condemn this shit. I'm not expecting it. He might, because a bunch of conservatives might put a lot of pressure on him, or I hope they do. But if they don't, then, Canada is going into the shitter because of you. It's you. You're the problem. It's not Max and gonna split the vote and get Trudeau in for another years. No, it's you. Maybe you should fucking actually, instead of just trying to get your party elected, make sure to stand up for what is right. Make sure to call out things that are wrong. I'm sure all these conservatives bitched and moaned and complained when Andrew Lawton was kicked out. Oh, I'm sure you were crying about it a lot, which, I was complaining about it too, because it's bullshit. But this, silence. Not a peep, So, continue digging your own graves, because, this is what is going to happen. I keep saying this. The left, the right cannot out-left the left. You can't do more than them when it comes to, giving money away. And plus, just the way that you're perceived, the conservatives, you will never, ever remove that stink of white supremacy and racism and whatever of the party. You're never, ever going to get away from that. So you may as well just start embracing freedom of speech, embracing the rebel media and allowing them at your events, embracing people like Faith Goldie and allowing them and standing up for their freedom of speech, instead of being cucks, because you just look weak and you're going to lose support. And Max deserves to win in your place. He deserved to be the party of the leader of the Conservative Party. But maybe this is the best thing that actually could have happened. Maybe him leaving it is the best thing, because maybe he would have won and then still kind of stayed kind of cuckish. But now this kind of forced him to be more out there, which is good. This is exactly what Canadians need. This is what Canada needs. No more of these cucks. No more of these shills like Manny Ottawa, who's going to continuously make excuses for people like Andrew Scheer, who lies about his credentials, saying, I work tons of the free market and all this stuff, right? No, you were elected MP at 25 years old. Max Bernier has way more experience in the free market than you do. You'd be a much better prime minister, and he's not a fucking cuck. when it comes to the issues that matter. But go ahead, conservatives, vote for Andrew Scheer, and hopefully he gets elected, and hopefully he doesn't burn us all, because I don't want that. I don't want to live in a shitty fucking Canada. I don't want to live. I would love it if you guys are right. Maybe he does get elected, and you start to turn him around from the inside, and everything goes right, and we start reducing immigration, and we get out of the climate pact and the Paris Accord. Maybe that will happen. Then I'll eat my words and I'll be like, good. I don't care. I'm not wedded to Max Bernier as a person. I don't care if he wins or loses or anything like that. I just care about the policies. I care about the ideas getting to people, getting to the public, getting to the masses. I care about this. I don't care about the individuals and shit and trying to protect them. But we'll see how this election goes. I'm still predicting Trudeau is most likely going to win this. And, just get ready for the conservatives being all mad and, yelling at Max and it's your fault, or blah, 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 etc. Or even if Scheer wins, they're still going to say, oh, Max, your party's shit, yada, yada. But give it time, guys. Give it time. This is going to build. It may not happen this election. Like, I really don't think Max is going to win. This is just my honest opinion. Now, it doesn't mean don't go out and petition. Don't go out putting up signs. Don't go out convincing people to vote for Max. But it's going to take a little bit of time. Don't listen to these people when the election comes around. Be like, oh, see, I told you he wouldn't win. Well, I'm telling you right now, I know he wasn't going to win. So don't come to me laughing later and be like, because I have tons of evidence of me on these videos that I make continuously saying that. So, that's all I pretty much had to say for this. If you like my content, subscribe and have a good day. See ya.